Hi guys, Charlie Tango 1 coming at you here with a little video. I thought I'd do a first attempt here, doing one from start to finish. I've since understand that I'm only allowed about half an hour per video actually, so what happens is when it goes on longer than that it suddenly just cuts out, so I'm treating this as part 1. And we'll see how we go. I've got a little timer in the background, you might hear the ticking going, so when that rings off that's the end of part 1. Right, a chap sent me this this blade. He wants me to make a sheath for him with a dangler on, so it's a nice old hickory handle there. So without further ado, let's get started on it and see how we go. So as I quite often say, please bear with me. I'm not used to making videos, but he wanted me to video this as I done it. So here goes nothing. What I'm going to do is I've got a nice bit of dark, and it is dark Havana. It's quite dark. I don't personally like it this dark, to the point where it looks nearly black. But it's all the hide leather I've got at the moment until I get another one in. So without further ado, when I finish I'll probably put a blade, an edge on that, because that won't cut butter, that. Right, now I'm going to use a 3/4 D-ring for the dangler. So let's try and make sure we can get it on there. There's D-ring. And what I've done is I've cut a piece of leather out, and I've done it, I think this is 5 inches wide, yeah, 5 inches wide. And this just happens to be the width of the hide I've got left. So what I've done is it's about 13, 14, it's about 15 inches long actually. So there goes that. And what I've done is I've come in from one side. I don't know if you'll pick up the pen mark. Hang on, bear with me. There, I might see it there. Look, it's a pen mark there. Coming in there, and I've raised it a bit there and come back down again. On this side I've done 3/4 of an inch of bit of leather, and I've just run that all the way up there, because I'm going to fold that back on itself to fix the D-ring on. So because it's going to go like that, it's going to be stitched up that way. Not quite sure whether to follow the blade, but I'm being inclined to put a spacer in here, so that when you slide the blade in, you're not going to go cutting the stitching. So I might put a small spacer in there. I do have a piece of leather that will do that, same stuff. Right, so without further ado, I'm now going to start cutting this. So let's have a go at this. Get my little blade. I'll take that down there, like so. I never try to go in one hit. I try to do it in a couple of swipes. You know when it's gone through, because it goes quiet like that. Here's your other one. Get that one down there like so. Yeah, that's got it. Take that off there. I try to give a running commentary if I can. Now, this one's going to be a bit. I've just got to keep checking myself, make sure that I've got the job in the window. I'll just put a little arch in this one. can do it freehand if you want, but when I'm doing anything that's got a bit of a shape to it, that's my hand shaking because I'm putting pressure on that. I haven't got Alzheimer's yet. That's it. Oh, this that bit there. Keep at it. Oh, right, hanging on there. There we go. Right, that's that out now, like so. Now what I've done to make this shape, I just used, where are we, an old spray bottle top, and put it on like there. Once I've measured up and decided where I was going to have the width of the leather and the side I'm going to have it. So now when that's folded up there, I just think it'd look a little bit nicer. Let's get the thing right somehow. Like that, so it looks a bit high there. Then this will be folded back under here and stitched in there for the stitch down there, and then I'll put the D-ring on there, but got to put the D-ring on first before you stitch it. Right, now sometimes I might stop and just have to think about it, so please, as I say, please bear with me. I keep saying that, don't I, but right, that's that. I may just thinning this down, I'm not sure yet. I may just thinning this down a little bit so it's not quite so bulky, but not sure if there will be a real need to. Anyway, without further ado, what we're going to do now is I'm going to do a style that's a little bit different. I'm not going to stitch following the blade. I usually come across here and then up here, and I'll just put a stitch line through there. But I'm going to probably cut up my gusset first. But let's I won't put my stitch groove in yet. I can across here. That's just to make it look fancy. So without further ado, let's get my stitch groove, which is there, and we'll put the stitch groove in. I might just, no, I can't do that, can I? No, because sorry, just bear with me. I thought I might be able to bring it in closer, but I can't. I'll show you when I've done it. That's the best bit, isn't it? So let's just put this in here first. This is just for cosmetic, really. It's not for any stitching to actually be done. And the other way there's it. I think we've virtually done that one. Right, put that back. I talk to myself, as you probably gather, quite a lot. That's going to go over there, that's going to go around there. Now we'll just edge that off. And I hope I'm not going too far in front of myself here. So what I've now done is I've just put that edging on, stitch groove on there, just for cosmetic reasons. Don't matter about this piece here because this is going over there. So, but what I do tend to do is I tend to groove this off, and it'll make it easier slipping through the belt. So I cut it off to length to suit accordingly. Chuck them bits and pieces up there out the way, and I do the inside here because it just helps to make it easier to let the knife slip in. Right, that's that one, that's going to go the other way. That's got to be edged as well. So let's do that while we're at it. Well, if I want to do that, it just makes it easier to excuse me. Just makes it easier for the belt to slip through there by taking the sharp edge off each side. And what I do is I should stitch this up to about here. From here, and I should take some of this off. I should stitch it about here, up to there, 2 inches. That leaves me about 2 inches. That's 2.5 to go through a belt. So my stitching is going to stop here. I'll put my finger there, and you'll have a belt loop of 2.5 inches. So you've got that nice loop there to put your belt through. Now, something to make this turn. Let's just cut this piece off, decide what I'm going to do with this piece first. We go 2 inches there, 2.5, and we'll cut 2.5, and we'll do 2 inches there, so 4.25. Right, let's take 4 inches off of here, then I know where I'm at. No, nearly cut. That don't seem right. Just bear with me. I take 2 inches off of there, not 4. I had that wrong, didn't I? I always double check. Otherwise, what happens is this is called a roller blade. Very sharp. You've got a safety catch on it. Pull it down like that. Now you've got the blade free. But they are very, very sharp. You can actually shave with them. So I always make a habit of closing that down to block the blade so you don't get cut. Right. Cut that off there. That's rubbish as well. Now that's going to be in there like so. I know this is going to be this is the reverse side of the leather. That's the face side, but you can't really have that and stitch that inside and face it up that way because it's just going to be too bulky. And it'll catch on the knife as you try and keep putting it in the sleeve. So that is upside down, but then that's against your body, so it's not going to show. Right, now the next thing I'm going to do is I've got a V-groover here. Bear with me, let's get it out. This is a V-groover. I'm trying to get it so you can see it, and what happens is there's a tiny little groove here. Can you see it there? Bear with me, let's get it. A little V-groove blade there. And what I do is I put this down there like that. But you have to come over a bit because you've got to allow for the side piece. That's not quite wide enough, I don't think. I want something a little bit wider for that to run along that edge. Might even be that, no, that'll bend. Can't use that. Back to the to this again. We'll get there, bear with me. Yes, it's got to be spot on, but it's just a there we go. So once, twice. That's it. Now what I do is I just mess around, put another one in there now. That's it. Do the same with this side, turn it round. Do another one as well. I just lift it up to finish it off so it doesn't take up too much. Turn that round. Do it again. The idea of this is makes it easier for them leather to bend, like so. So, and when that's folded up like that, what it does is it closes all them V joints. So you can't even see that you've got a V joint there, but that is a lot easier to handle now. So I think that's enough in there. I've got enough. Yeah, I've got enough there to do that. Put that away, up the other way, I think it was, yeah. That's that one done there. Check the timer. Where am I? Alright, okay. So I don't know if I've got a timer on this video actually. It doesn't seem to be ticking over a time at all, but there we go. Right, that's the first one. So now the next stage I think I have to do, I won't dye that, yes I will, is I have to dye that, so because I'm not going to be able to do it later. Is this my dark one? Light tan, yeah. Yeah, this is my dark one. I use this stuff, get it from my supplier. Now, dauber, got a dauber somewhere, bear with me. There we go. Get it out the bag. Oh, sorry about that, nearly knocked the camera flying. Right. Now, little trick for some of you leather people if you're not, don't think have I got it? Yeah, I've got it in there. Put that one up there. What we call a little bit of bum fluff on here. There are these are cheap versions. There are a better one, and I've got the better one. And I'll show you the difference of, you know, what you're paying for. That's a quality one, and that's a cheapie. Quite a bit of difference, isn't there? But at the end of the day, they both do the same job. So you see this is a little bit all over the place, this one. You get your lighter and you just go around with it, turning it at the same time. You see it just goes a little bit black or whatever, and then just wipe it like that. And what it does, it takes all that bum fluff off, and the reason for that is because when you're dyeing it, all that bum fluff ends up being put on the job. And we've got any on that? It is low, that. Let's put a bit more on that. I've got to get some more of this anyway. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just put that on the edge like that. Down there. Down there. And I should put some on here as well. Sorry, I don't know if you're in view, am I yet? Some on there. Some on there. Now I've got a machine out in my other shed. I've made my own little invention of a excuse me, of a linisher, if you like, or what we call it is oh god, here we go again, mine's gone a blank. When you're no, it's gone. When you're rubbing this down anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. Get with the burnishing, that's the word, burnishing. To burnish this off. And what I've done is I've got a bit of doweling. I think it's 1/2 inch doweling actually. And I've actually got a half file, a very small one. These little ones, where are they? These little files, yeah, they're only pound shop or something like that. And you've got a half file one there. You see it? So, and I just use that, and there's a round one, a square one. And I made my own little, I just put the doweling in my drill, which I clamped into the vise, put it on low speed and just put the file on it, and I've made the groove as I want it. And you can put it on low, and you see what I'm doing here. Well, it does that, but it's not wearing your fingers out, because what happens is sometimes you start getting cramp in your fingers because you're holding a piece of leather. That's all that is, piece of leather, and you just burnish the edge like that, and a bit of luck, it should what it does is it closes the pores on the leather, and by doing that it stops it opening up. But what I do as well is I also put some resin on it to oh, there we go, that's end of part 1.